welcome. Art Bra Austin REimagined will start in 10 minutes. Welcome. Art Bra Austin REimagined will start soon. So grab your favorite drink and get comfortable. We'll see you in 5 minutes. Welcome to Art Bra Austin REimagined. The runway starts in 1 minute.
Hello and welcome to Bra Austin REimagined, benefiting the Breast Cancer Resource Center and presented by our signature mission sponsor, Texas Oncology. I'm Gail Stallings, one of your hosts and auctioneer for the evening. I am excited to be joined tonight by Juliet of Magic 95.5.
Thank you so much, Gail. I am so happy to be here for Bra Austin REimagined. I love this event, and tonight we're going to bring it to you in a way you've never seen before. Not only will this event be virtual, but our models have made the world their runway. You're going to see BCRC's clients turned supermodels, all strutting the catwalk in unique places that I'm not going to give away just yet.
Juliet, you tease.
I do.
Oh. So before we get to the runway, we will bring you the stories of our models, friends, and supporters who will share what BCRC means to them, our community, and why it's important to give a gift tonight to ensure that every person that comes to BCRC needing services will get the guidance and education they need free of charge.
Yes.
Woo! That sharing that you hear is coming from a few of our BCRC volunteers and Bra Austin models who are so excited for tonight's show. But first, let's hear from our signature mission sponsor, Texas Oncology. BCRC has a long-standing relationship with Texas Oncology. We're lucky to have them as a referral partner, supporter, and advocate for our clients.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'm Dr. Julie Sprunt, a breast surgical oncologist at Texas Breast Specialists Austin. Our Texas Oncology team is so grateful to join the Breast Cancer Resource Center for this year's annual Bra Austin event, benefiting the local breast cancer community. As a longtime supporter of the BCRC, we are honored to be the presenting sponsor for this year's event, bringing Bra Austin back to the runway in a never-before-seen way. For 25 years, BCRC has been a place where breast cancer patients can ask questions, explore options, and connect with a diverse community of other survivors, lifers, and thrivers. The organization's mission to empower those affected by breast cancer with personalized support and compassion is just one reason why Texas Oncology has referred breast cancer patients to the BCRC for many years. I've personally witnessed the invaluable services and support they provide to my patients. Participating in this event is a tribute to the courage, strength, and tenacity of those impacted by breast cancer. During tonight's Bra Austin REimagined, you will experience the pageantry of the in-person event from the safety of your home. The artists, designers, and jewelers are ready to showcase their original works of wearable art, modeled by a dynamic group of Bra models. We hope you enjoy the show.
Thank you, Dr. Julie Sprunt, for that warm welcome for the evening. I'd like to invite Rayanne Evans, BCRC Executive Director, to the stage.
Thank you so much, Gail. Good evening, everyone. I am so delighted to welcome you all to Bra Austin REimagined. We hope that you are just as excited about tonight's runway show as we are. Now, my relationship with BCRC began as a client in 1997, and once I completed treatment, I became a volunteer, and then I later joined the staff in 2004. And so BCRC has been my family for nearly 25 years. Now, as you know, last year's Bra was canceled because of the pandemic, but we decided that we could not go another year without giving our clients the wonderful opportunity to participate in this truly transformative experience. Now, many thanks to our diligent BCRC staff, our incredible artists, an extraordinary volunteer creative design team, the talented videographers and photographers who worked tirelessly to create the inspirational event that you are about to see. You will also hear from our resilient clients turned models as they share their stories You will hear from our wonderful community partners, and you will learn how you too can become a part of our BCRC family. Now tonight you've already kicked up this year's Art Bra into high gear by giving generously to our auction and fund a mission. Before the show even started, you truly make a difference no matter your level of giving. And because of you, every service we offer is provided free of charge to any Central Texan who needs them. So on behalf of every person whose life you will change this evening, we sincerely thank you. Again, welcome. We are delighted that you have chosen to spend part of your Saturday evening with us.
Thank you, Rayanne. And we have a few pieces of advice to share with you so you have an optimal viewing experience. First, it can be difficult to watch the show and donate if you're trying to do both on the same device. So here's what we recommend. We say you watch the program on your laptop, desktop, or smart TV, and you bid or donate using your cell phone. Speaking of bidding or donating, have you all registered yet, right? It's easy. Simply go to bcrc2021.ggo.bid and select Get Started. The directions will be rolling on your screen periodically throughout the evening. If you're having trouble or need help, call 512-994-4356. We will also put that info in the chat box for you right now. For our silent auction, items will be closing at 7 p.m. So get your bids in now on those great silent auction items like a staycation at the JW Marriott, Kendra Scott jewelry because we all need more of Kendra Scott, or spa experiences. And there is something you can all do right now to support BCRC, and it's really simple. Just press the share button on this post and share with your networks far and wide. I also want to share our agenda for the evening. First, we will get to hear from BCRC clients, models, and some generous people who support BCRC. Second, we're gonna raise lots of money for this amazing organization tonight. Then we'll finally, Rayanne, we're gonna finally let them see the collections that we've been teasing for the past 6 weeks. Fourth, we're bringing you a live COVID-safe runway right here in our studio. Then you'll get a chance to bid and win those amazing live runway bras. Finally, we wrap up and say goodnight. Now that you know the flow of the show, let's hear from our VIP sponsor, Austin Radiological Association Diagnostic Imaging, who will share some important information regarding COVID and your annual mammogram.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arti Saravanan, a breast imaging radiologist with ARA Diagnostic Imaging. ARA is delighted to be here tonight in support of the Breast Cancer Resource Center and Art Bra. We look forward every year to hearing the stories and seeing the beauty of our wonderful community. This year, I'd like to talk with you about the impact of COVID-19 we are seeing on women getting their mammograms. Unfortunately, we've seen a big drop this year due to concern over COVID-19. We're here to encourage you to get your mammogram if you are overdue and to pass it on to other women in your life. We know early detection is key, so it's important to get your mammogram done annually if you are 40 and over. Research has shown that women who get mammograms every year are more likely to have smaller, more treatable cancers detected than women who get mammograms every other year. In fact, 76% of the cancers detected in women who have a mammogram every year are early stage, versus only 56% of cancers in women who have mammograms every other year. So early detection is vital to successful treatment. 1 in 8 women will get breast cancer in their lifetime, but 98% survive if the cancer is detected early by a mammogram. I also want to tell you something important about getting your COVID-19 vaccine and the timing of your yearly mammogram. One of the side effects that can happen when you get your COVID vaccine is that the lymph nodes in your armpit can swell under the arm where you get your injection. This is part of a normal vaccine reaction and a good sign the vaccine is doing its job. But because swollen lymph nodes can also be a sign of breast cancer, it's important for you to schedule your mammogram prior to your first vaccine or 4 weeks after your second vaccine. If swollen lymph nodes are seen on your mammogram, you may be asked to return for more imaging. Timing your mammogram around the vaccine can help reduce that chance. Also, for women in treatment for breast cancer or who have had breast cancer previously, we suggest that you get your vaccine in the arm opposite to side of the body where your cancer was diagnosed. This can also help us reduce the need for further imaging. Remember, don't postpone your mammogram because of COVID-19. ARA has protocols in place to make you safe at our imaging centers. And pass it on. Encourage the women you know to get their mammogram. Thanks from ARA and enjoy your evening with BCRC.
Making time for yourself is tough, even when it comes to scheduling a mammogram. So it's no wonder that so many women in Central Texas over 40 are not getting their yearly breast cancer screening, even though 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. The good news is 98% of women survive breast cancer if it's detected early by a mammogram. ARA makes getting a mammogram easy and convenient. You can schedule online or by phone. With several locations all over Austin and extended hours, we make it easy to get in and out in about 30 minutes. The exam is quick and easy, and we promise to get you back to your daily life in no time. Breast cancer experts recommend that women begin annual mammograms at age 40, and early detection saves lives. Contact ARA and schedule your mammogram today.
Wow, Juliet. Okay, I am passing this information along, but how eye-opening were those statistics about mammograms and early detection? It's so important that women get their mammograms each year.
It really is, and that was so informative. You know, I actually have a loved one who was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it's one of the reasons I'm always so happy to support BCRC, because I have firsthand knowledge, not only of how scary that diagnosis is, but of how important the guidance and education provided by the patient navigators is for those facing breast cancer.
Juliet, I've heard so many stories of women sharing that same sentiment. And since BCRC's founding in 1995, they have helped thousands of women navigate their breast cancer diagnosis, showing kindness, compassion, and reassurance in a time of great need. Let's take a look back at how BCRC has evolved over the last 26 years.
It's really not us, okay? It's Mercury. And
Well,
these things happen.
we already stopped the storms earlier in the afternoon.
That's right.
And so now it's just like, let's just do this. And so just the importance of the mammograms. You had someone that was
Yes.
diagnosed.
Yes, I did. And you know, she did not have a mammogram. You know, she was lucky because she felt the lump, but she was busy taking care of her husband. And that's really, you know, that's why it's so important not to neglect those things.
Well, I think that I know when I have an acquaintance or friend call me and they tell me that news, it's like, Gail, I have breast cancer. First thing I tell them is, well, you just call BCRC, Breast
Yeah,
Cancer Resource
yeah.
Center. They are going to take care of you.
Yeah, and that's what you need, because you sort of hit your knees in that moment. And you don't know what it means, but you know you're afraid. You know, that fear really takes over. And to have a support system of women who have been there, you know, they know exactly how you're feeling, they know exactly what you're going to go through. It really takes, it's like a verbal hug that first time I think that you have that phone conversation. And I know it certainly made a difference in the case of my loved one. And it really does underscore the importance of getting mammograms. And I'll tell you, those are not my favorite things to do. I'll be honest, it's not fun to experience that, but it is so worth it and so critically important. So you kind of have to just be determined and make it happen.
I'd much rather hear the words, hey, it's time for your annual mammogram, than the words, you have cancer.
Oh, yes.
I can't imagine that.
Yes.
And just that feeling of, who do you call, when do you call, how do you call, what questions? You don't
Right.
even know sometimes the questions to start asking.
It's true, because you're in sort of that paralyzed state. And that's such a good way of looking at it, Gail. I hadn't thought about that, but especially as women, we put everyone else first. You know, we're gonna show up for our children, we show up for our husbands, we show up for work, we show up for our parents. You know, everyone is on that list before us. And you're right, it's so much better to get the mammogram on the list, to the top of the list, make it happen, get it over and done with, because you're right. If you hear that diagnosis, your whole life is going to be a lot harder in that moment, right?
It is, and the nice thing is when you call BCRC and you talk with the patient navigators, we're going to hear more about them, a little bit more, but all of the patient navigators are survivors themselves.
Yes.
So you are talking with someone that has had the diagnosis, they've heard those words, they know what it's like they're going to the doctor's office for the first time, and it's just like, okay, what did they just say? But that navigator is there with them.
Yes.
Taking the notes if you need them to. They'll send a volunteer with you, but it's just things like that you don't think twice about.
Right.
Or you need groceries, but you can't go that day. They will send groceries over. So they understand back to that there really is only someone who's been there before. So you know what? I think this is the perfect time to look back at those 26 years of BCRC history.
Let's do.
The Breast Cancer Resource Center was founded in March of 1995 by
Anytime.
two breast cancer survivors, Sherry Smith and Ann Lawler. Despite humble beginnings in a small office in donated space, BCRC provided invaluable resources to its community, including a lending library, network of peer support volunteers, and telephone helpline. Passionate volunteers offered compassion and hope to the women who reached out for support. As the organization continued to grow, BCRC hired its first paid executive director. Recognized as a trusted community resource for women facing breast cancer, BCRC was approached about starting a support group for women with metastatic disease. So in 2002, BCRC founded the Ivy League. In 2006, Entre Mujeres, the first Spanish-speaking support group, was created. Later that year, 3 young women with young children were diagnosed with breast cancer and asked BCRC to start a special program for women 45 and younger, and the Pink Ribbon Cowgirls was created. The first patient navigator was born in 2008 after all BCRC client services staff were trained at the Harold P. Freeman Patient Navigation Institute in New York City. The Lotus Link Online Support Forum was launched in 2013 and reduced the barriers to community and connection among BCRC's clients. And in 2015, BCRC began After Breast Cancer, a multi-week course taught by subject matter experts designed to ease the transition women experience from active treatment into survivorship. In 2019, BCRC was one of 8 organizations nationwide to be awarded a 5-year grant by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. In its first grant year, BCRC prioritized increasing awareness about breast cancer in our local community, broadening access to care, and implementing programs focused on young breast cancer survivors and metastatic breast cancer patients. In response to the COVID-19 pandemic, all of BCRC's support circles were moved to a virtual environment, allowing clients to stay safe while receiving much-needed resources. Additionally, a new support group, Pink Table Talk, was launched to address issues relevant to African American clients. As we move forward in 2021, BCRC continues to provide virtual services to our clients and continually evaluate our offerings to meet the evolving needs of our clients. A newly diagnosed class was created to guide women at the beginning of their treatment. Today, Breast Cancer Resource Center employs 5 certified patient navigators who are all breast cancer survivors. The navigators guide, assist, and provide compassionate care to hundreds of women and their families every year. BCRC patient navigators continue to be beacons of light to their clients, reflecting all the possibilities of a life well lived. They remain steadfastly committed to the mission as they have for 25 years. They still offer help, hope, here.
Tonight we have 5 sponsored collections, all with a very distinct look and feel. So now let's hear from one of our sponsors talking about why supporting BCRC is so critical for our local community.
Hi and welcome. I'm Sue Shepard. I used to be board chair of BCRC, but my connection goes back 9 years to the time when I was first a client. During these years, I've seen the strong support of our Austin community, and I thank you for that. There is an increasing number of women for whom BCRC is a lifeline. It has listened to clients, expanded its programs, and reached out to women who didn't even know BCRC existed. Even now, BCRC is growing new programs to meet the unique needs of women facing breast cancer. Art Bra has always been an evening of unexpected joy and humor.
Does the costuming go with this one also?
The sword does. I'll throw in the sword.
Goes with it!
The title of tonight's event, Art Bra Reimagined, is inspired by the decision to go virtual. But BCRC itself has been reimagined throughout its 26 years to better realize its vision, no one faces cancer alone. Thank you for helping to make this vision come to life. And have fun.
Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying this year's Art Bra as much as I am. I'm part of the tribe you see in the sponsorship role, which is about 25 friends who've been together for over 20 years. For the last 9 years, we have supported BCRC and Art Bra. We are friends, family, clients, survivors, and previous models. You're already here, so you're aware of all that they do, right? I don't need to tell you about the guidance, the navigators, support circles, the video library, which is accessible by anyone, not just Austin folks. You already know about all of that, right? But you probably got to this event like me, by someone in your tribe, a family member, a friend, a colleague, who was diagnosed with breast cancer out of the blue. Now what? I'm not going to tell you more. You'll hear from others this evening, but I am going to ask something of you. Two things. First, whatever your choice or choices of social media are, please share, like, tag, TikTok, tweet, all of them. Please do that for BCRC. Share with your tribe and ask of them to share. Second, support BCRC however you can. My hope is you will never need them, but know they are there if you do.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christine Fisher, board-certified plastic surgeon specializing in breast reconstruction for women who've undergone breast cancer treatment. This is Emmeline. She is a 6-month-old Palomino Tennessee Walker filly. She's a member of our family. I'm grateful for the opportunity to provide compassionate care for women who have a diagnosis of breast cancer or the risk for breast cancer. I also am grateful for the opportunity to listen to their needs and help them safely have an optimal aesthetic result after breast cancer surgery treatment. The Breast Cancer Resource Center is an essential part of providing care for the women in the Austin area breast cancer community. Both the navigators and volunteers are supported by your generous donations. The services that the Breast Cancer Resource Center provides are essential for helping women through these difficult times, both in terms of logistical and emotional support. Thank you for your donations tonight, and thank you for everything the Breast Cancer Resource Center is doing to help these women.
Good evening. I'm Gil Acosta, and I'm excited to be addressing you tonight on behalf of the Linda P. Acosta Foundation. In 1998, the Linda P. Acosta Foundation was formed to honor the memory of my wife, Linda, and her courageous cancer battle. The Breast Cancer Resource Center embodies what it means to be a total support network, and it's what Linda craved most during her own battle. She would be proud to know what we have done to support other breast cancer patients. Since Linda's passing, the LPA Foundation has donated more than $500,000 to support the important work of the BCRC. And I'm excited to continue to support them tonight as a sponsor for Bra Austin REimagined. I have seen BCRC services grow tremendously over the years, and I have a sense of gratification that my work and my wife's battle are not in vain. You never know when you're going to need the support of an organization like the BCRC, and when you do, it might be too late to make a difference. That is why I'm asking you to make a difference now by supporting the BCRC tonight. I thank you for your generosity, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Jukes. My practice is called Modern Women's Health. We focus on gynecology, not obstetrics, take care of a 360-degree view of our women. We have many patients in our practice affected by breast cancer. Myself, I have my mother with triple negative, my cousin that died at 36 of breast cancer. So it's near and dear to my heart, because my patients are personal for me too. And it's so important to have a foundation like BCRC to support our patients. Many do have, fortunately, great support, but there's many out there that don't. And they need information, they need support, they need guidance, and BCRC provides that. So please join us tonight as we help support BCRC and raise money for patients. Thank you very much and have a wonderful evening.
Oh, there is so much love in this room, virtually too, for BCRC. And I heard a number of important messages in these videos, and we can all agree that BCRC is truly a lifeline to so many during a challenging time, not only for them, but their families as well. With the help of certified patient navigators, online forums, and peer-to-peer support, they become survivors, lifers, and thrivers.
That's absolutely right, Gail. And I also heard the sponsors talk about how unique Bra Austin is every single year. So why don't we take a look back at the evolution of Bra?
Bra used to be called Graphic.
When graphics started many, many years ago, we had no idea it was going to become the sensation that it is.
15 years ago, we founded the Pink Ribbon Cowgirls. We realized that they needed a young survivor navigator. So that was going to be really key to keeping the program going. So they said, well, we agree with you, but we don't have any money for that. So we said, okay, well, what are we going to do? And one of the ideas was to have an event where you asked artists to make a piece of art out of a bra. And we said, well, that sounds fun. So we did a call for the bras. And the very first year, once we got all the bras in and started looking at them, you know, I looked at them and I said, well, we gotta model these. These are just way too cool to just like hang on a wall and let people like bid on. We gotta do a runway show. And we kind of figured out a little way to make a runway. And I think there was only about 5 models, and we each modeled a couple of bras 2 or 3 times. And we raised, I think, $32,000. And then hired Rooney, who is still with the BCRC, as our first patient navigator. We had exactly enough for her first year salary.
It was brilliant, and it was fun, and it was different. It was very intimate space. We were all crowded into one room. We had people like Kinky Friedman and Kirk Watson as our MCs the very first couple of years.
We went from a floor to an elevated runway, to a longer elevated runway, to an elevated runway in a ballroom.
I never would have dreamed that our tiny little event back in 2007 would have turned into like what this huge like gala, must-go-to gala here in Austin. I never would have dreamed that.
It brings such a joy to the women who get to participate as models.
When you hear those words, you have cancer, you have breast cancer, a lot of people think, I can't get through this, I can't do this. Well, a lot of them think the same thing when they go out for Art Bra to be a model. They think, oh my God, you know, their friends are encouraging them, the navigators are encouraging, but they're thinking, I can't do this, I can't do this. And then they do it. And a lot of them are like, well, God, if I can do this, I can get through another round of chemo. If I can do this, I can do anything. And you see it as a physical thing when they're done.
We all cry at the end, right? We're all in tears because it is such a beautiful, beautiful event, and the community rallies around this event. Our doctors, our physicians, anybody involved in the community, and all the friends and family, and it just becomes a love fest, and it's so beautiful.
The Breast Cancer Resource Center is an organization unlike any other in that it provides navigation services by survivors who've been there, done that, to the greater Central Texas area, and their reach continues to grow every year. And so their funding is largely tied to this event.
Art Bra funds 1/3 of our budget. The beauty of it too is that it's unrestricted funds. And for those of you who don't know, that means that we can use those dollars to pay not just mission work, but for administrative work. It pays salaries of our operations manager. It pays salaries of our program officer, our chief development officer. So it funds the entire organization and allows us to continue to do the work we do. It's vitally important to BCRC.
I've been involved with a ton of amazing charitable organizations, but rarely do I see such a direct connection between the money given and the help given. And the result of that help is very impactful. It's the navigators, it's the resources, it's the libraries. I mean, all of that stuff has a direct impact on helping the people fighting breast cancer. The end result is so visible and directly tied to each and every single dollar.
Wow, the event blows my mind. Certainly has come far since it began in 2008.
That is really exciting to reflect on all the growth, and it makes me curious, Gail, because I know you have been with Art Bra for quite a few years. From your perspective, how have you seen the event evolve?
That's right. I've been the auctioneer and co-MC for Art Bra Austin for the last 8 years. And what a feisty group of women that I've become friends with many of them, that I've had the privilege to meet each year, reflecting the diversity of the thousands of women BCRC serves annually. This unique event is a tribute to their courage, strength, and tenacity.
No doubt. And now we're in a virtual space, being able to reach a wider audience than ever before. Now, one of the coolest things about going virtual is that for the first time ever, all of our models' friends and family can watch them work the runway no matter where they are in the world. And I am excited to introduce our next series of messages. First, you're going to hear from Beth Belanti. Beth is a former BCRC client and an employee of one of our sponsors.
And after Beth's moving message, we'll hear from our models about their experience as an art bra model. Let's take a look.
My name is Beth Belanti, and I was diagnosed with stage 2 triple-negative breast cancer in December of 2019. The doctor who delivered me found my grandmother's breast cancer and saved her life. My Aunt Sue Ellen was diagnosed and didn't make it. Then came my friends, then came my sister-in-law, and sadly, then it was my turn. It was shocking, but not surprising. The first call my sisters made were to Breast Cancer Resource Center to get me a patient navigator. My navigator, Melissa, and the friends that I made through Breast Cancer Resource Center online made the treatment and the process all the more bearable. I still rely on my navigator, actually, as I try to wrestle with this new version of myself and the ache I have for my sisters who are still fighting. Austin is so lucky to have Breast Cancer Resource Center, and I am forever grateful. Cheers to you all for being here tonight to support this event and this mission. Hopefully we will be together in person next time.
During Art Bra, I'm not thinking so much about my cancer. You'd think I would, because that's what we're there raising funds for, but I'm really not thinking about that. I'm thinking about how fun it is to hang out with other women and hear their stories, their life stories. Of course it includes breast cancer, but just meeting new people and becoming friends with other people.
And it's just very exciting to know that you're a part of something that so many people want to be part of. And this year, not knowing what to even expect makes it even all the more exciting.
Having this experience to just go out there and be yourself really is a self-esteem booster in a lot of ways, physically and emotionally.
I am as strong as I've shown myself to be, and it's okay to say that you're that strong.
Being in front of that camera and seeing yourself, you're able to see that you beat cancer.
It's about being that model that shows the world that we can.
Know that you're doing something to help future women that are faced with this horrible thing called breast cancer.
For me, I wanted a chance to reclaim myself. I'm taking my breasts back for me, for something that's not medical related. It's not clinical. It's more beautiful. It's more feminine. It's for art.
Art Bra it's a really fun way to give back, not only through modeling the bra, of course that part's fun, but the fundraising part of it is really important to me.
I had cancer again last year, and I had to call on BCRC again to be able to be a visual representation of BCRC and to be able to go out and talk about the charity it's huge. And I hope that I'm able to help somebody else out.
I love, let me say it one more time, love hearing how empowered our models feel to go out there and be yourself and to be part of Art Bra, something that everyone wants to be part of.
That's so right. And here's the thing, Gail, you know, from that fear we talked about when you first hear the diagnosis, it's really that first call with the patient navigator where you begin to see the path of the journey. And then coming out on the other side of it, renewing the self-esteem, reclaiming yourself. I mean, every woman needs to know, I'm Still Me. So if you're thinking that Art Bra sounds like a transformative experience for these women, it really and truly is. So now let's hear a message from our signature mission sponsor, Texas Oncology and ARA Diagnostic Imaging.
Hi, I'm Dr. Caroline Coombs-Giles, a breast surgical oncologist at Texas Breast Specialists, Austin, downtown. I'm so excited to join this wonderful network of breast cancer patients and survivors tonight. A cancer diagnosis can bring a mix of emotions, but it can also give rise to character traits like strength, courage, and tenacity. I'm especially inspired by the courage of my patients as they prepare for surgery. I believe the BCRC makes our local breast cancer community unique. Breast cancer patients share a common and profound life experience. Through the BCRC, patients can connect with others who provide hope and encouragement. It brings me great joy to see survivors use their experiences to uplift. They are a light for many patients, a reminder that cancer doesn't define a life. With exciting medical advancements, many patients are living fuller and longer lives. This means there's a growing community of survivors who are advocating for others impacted by breast cancer. I encourage survivors to continue sharing their stories and supporting organizations like the BCRC who are making a difference in our community. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Hello, I'm Dr. Sherry Thomas, a breast surgeon at Texas Breast Specialists, Austin. I'm proud to participate in this annual event that rallies the local community together around those impacted by breast cancer. Breast cancer impacts more than just the body. It also affects the mind and soul. At Texas Oncology, we believe in treating the whole patient by considering factors beyond medical treatment that can play a role in their quality of life and recovery. Through the Breast Cancer Resource Center, breast cancer patients have access to education, resources, and other survivors that provide a community of support and encourage overall wellness. Having a network of supporters can play an important role in the patient's cancer experience and recovery. As a surgeon, I'm committed to ensuring my patients never face cancer on their own. The Breast Cancer Resource Center is a great ally in supporting our patients through every stage of their journeys. Participating in Art Bra Austin is a testament to what we can achieve as a community in the fight against breast cancer. I look forward to seeing all that we can accomplish together.
My name is Debbie Brannon, and I'm the Chief Business Development Officer at ARA Diagnostic Imaging. I also serve on the Board of Directors for the BCRC and have been involved in the organization since 2014. My mother was a breast cancer survivor. She didn't have the experience of having the kind of support that the BCRC offers women. ARA and I are very proud to be part of the BCRC and remain committed to working hand in hand with them to make the difference in patients' lives. As part of the healthcare community in Central Texas, we appreciate the importance of collaboration in taking care of these patients. Our role is in the area of diagnostic imaging, and we appreciate that the BCRC supports patients from the diagnosis to treatment and beyond. BCRC's Art Bra experience is one like none other. The stories that you'll hear, the women that you'll watch, are quite an inspiration. When you consider what they've been through and what they've fought for, and then you see this experience, you see this performance, you see this exhibit of art and strength, you will be amazed. So get ready to experience something amazing. Thank you for your support for the BCRC. It makes a difference in the lives of so many women. Nobody should face cancer alone.
We are so close, yay, to the part of the night that I've been waiting for. Juliet, you've been waiting for it, and you all have been waiting for. It's our collection reveals and our live runway.
So I've been watching the collection sneak peeks over the last few weeks, and I have to say I'm just beyond excited to see the full looks. I'm thinking this may be the most creative art bra ever, and that's a strong statement because we just saw that incredible history, and it's all thanks to the amazing bra artists and creative committee.
You're not the only one looking at the sneak peeks. As soon as I would see on social media that a new collection was being revealed, oh, I had to do it right there, stop everything. But Before we get to the runway, let's take a moment to celebrate the bold and beautiful survivors, lifers, and thrivers who are our models and clients. BCRC is vital to so many in the Central Texas community, navigating their life during and after breast cancer. Every day, BCRC is working toward its vision where no woman has to face breast cancer alone. But don't just take it from me. Let's hear from our models.
I'm a hell of a lot stronger than I thought I was. I could accomplish and go through so much more than I could have imagined.
Everything that we stress and worry about are not really important.
I had to learn what it was like to lose all of that control and to surrender, and it was a beautiful outcome. I'm so grateful.
Have faith and dig down deep, and you just take one day at a time, and before you know it, it's behind you.
You two were so relaxed, were so empowering as well to help to comfort me and be the calm in my storm when I was feeling whatever I was feeling.
Muchas gracias, Jessica. The words of support that you have given not only me, but also my family, my husband, my parents during treatment, that is invaluable, and I will never forget that.
I can never thank you enough. In some ways, I feel like you saved my life. Thank you.
So it was really nice having somebody that had been through the same thing as me and was able to point me in the right direction to get the right help.
The navigators meet you where you are, which is awesome. And I do mean physically meet you where you are.
Knowing that I had someone who was a credible resource to always call on as I had questions.
My patient navigator allowed me to lean on her. She gave me the strength, the confidence, and the knowledge that I lacked during that time.
All the stuff that you get from BCRC is at no cost to you. And I think that's really important, that that's something that a breast cancer patient does not have to worry about, that they can get this information, the support groups and all that, without having to worry about another expense, because you already have 1,000 things on your mind during that time. So.
This isn't who you are. This doesn't define you. It just makes you stronger and learn a little bit more about who you are under pressure.
Be positive and have a good support system behind you.
Advocate for yourself. You know when your body's feeling certain ways, if it's right or if it's not right. So speak up, ask those good questions.
Time is precious and something can change from one day to the next. So just don't waste any time once you know what your diagnosis is.
Keep moving. You know, the best advice somebody gave me is on your worst and your sickest days, get up and walk and dance.
I don't think anyone could say it better than those ladies. That was really powerful. We've come to the portion of our evening that we are going to ask you. We're going to ask you to support BCRC at different levels. Here's a quick reminder on how to register and participate in our Fund a Mission tonight. Go to bcrc2021.ggo.bid. If you haven't registered, select Get Started. After registering, click on Make a Fund a Mission gift. We hope that you'll contribute at least once tonight when you hear a level that matches your commitment to this wonderful organization. Welcome back to the stage, Rayanne. How have you enjoyed the show so far?
Oh my goodness, I just love hearing the stories impact that our patient navigators have on their clients. It's amazing.
They have a lot of impact. So now let's get started with our Funda mission, folks. What do you say? As we go through the different levels, Rayanne will share with us the potential impact of each gift, and that is for someone right here in our local community. So we encourage you to give whatever level feels comfortable, even if we don't say it aloud. So let's start at the $10,000 level. That sounds like a great number to me. Rayanne, what would $10,000 do for BCRC?
Sounds like a great number for me too to start, so let's do it. So about $10,000 would change the lives of more than 50 newly diagnosed women by providing each with 10 hours of one-on-one patient navigation.
Wow, 10 hours of one-on-one patient navigation. Tell us, what is the impact of the patient navigators?
Actually, Gail, patient navigation is our main service that we provide. Our certified patient navigators, who are also survivors, remove barriers that prevent clients from accessing treatment, and they offer guidance and education to our clients from diagnosis into survivorship.
Well, Rayanne, we're glad that BCRC is providing much needed patient navigation services to our Central Texas community. And I have an exciting announcement. Our honorary, it's so exciting that even the teleprompter is like jumping up and down.
Right.
Our honorary chair, Sue Snyder, has committed at the $10,000 level. Woo! That is exciting. So let's hear why she made this generous gift.
Breast cancer has shown up in the lives of those around me, including family members and friends. My mother had breast cancer, and when diagnosed, we didn't have much knowledge or support with regard to this disease. The BCRC is one of the few organizations that provides personal services for those going through breast cancer, including navigation and support groups. I know how important and comforting it is to talk to others who have gone through this process. The BCRC makes a difference in lives every day. They are dedicated and hardworking. As a former board member, committee member, and president of the board, I saw firsthand not only the commitment of those at BCRC, but the great value that they bring. As this disease continues to grow, more funds are needed. As such, my husband and I have decided to give $10,000 toward Funda mission, knowing that this will provide comfort for so many. We hope that others will consider funding the mission as well. Thank you.
Who else would like to join Sue at $10,000? Think of the patient navigation you're providing to 50 of our breast cancer women. Oh my goodness, guess what? We have another $10,000 gift. Thank you so much, Steve and Amy Martin.
Oh my goodness. Two of amazing donors and longtime supporters of BCRC. Thank you, Steve and Amy.
That is phenomenal. So anytime that you want to make that donation, because it just feels so good to give and know the impact you're making here, because you're giving the gift of hope, because no one should face breast cancer alone. Let's move on to our next level, $5,000. Rayanne, tell us how a gift of $5,000 would impact BCRC's clients.
With a gift of $5,000, you can help us build our support circles. Now, our support circles are a community of women who encourage each other through the highs and lows of breast cancer.
Could you please share a little more about the importance of these circles?
Absolutely. Our goal is to have support circles that meet the needs of our clients wherever they are in their breast cancer experience. So we base our circles on age, primary language, and stage of diagnosis. such as we have groups for women under the age of 45, women over the age of 46, Spanish-speaking women, metastatic clients. Again, we're trying to meet them wherever they are in their breast cancer experience.
It's wonderful to hear that BCRC has support circles to cater to all of its clients. So let's check in with our donations. And yes, we have a generous gift from Kathy Staples.
Wow. Kathy, thank you so much for that very generous gift. She's amazing. Oh, and look.
Go ahead. You know them.
I do. Dr. Beth Hellerstadt and Dr. Darren Cox have donated at the $5,000 level too. Thank you so much. We're so grateful.
You know, and the one thing about BCRC, they are focused on you. When you come to them, they're focused. And BCRC is the only nonprofit in Central Texas focused solely on providing guidance, education, and assistance for women affected by breast cancer.
Exactly.
That says a lot. So if anyone would like to make a gift at $5,000, no, it feels amazing. So let's move on to our next level, $2,500. Rayanne, what would a gift of $2,500 mean for the clients of BCRC?
Well, this year we are interested in launching an informational class for women who are newly diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. Now, last year we had 55 new metastatic clients who learned that their cancer had spread to other parts of their bodies. And so your gift of $2,500 would allow us to offer this really informative class.
Why is this class important for these women?
Gail, you know, receiving this diagnosis of metastatic breast cancer can just be a devastating diagnosis. But this class is designed to answer questions that our clients don't even know that they have yet. Questions like, am I going to lose my hair again? And how do I talk to my family and my children about my diagnosis?
I'm sure there are many more questions to be answered. So this class is obviously necessary for BCRC's clients. Let's check in with our donations because we can't do this alone. BCRC can't do this alone, but we can do this together.
Absolutely. Well, look at that. We have our friends Linda Ball and Forrest Priest have donated $2,500 for this. Isn't that amazing?
Well, I miss Forrest and Linda because I'd always know exactly where they sat on the runway.
That's right.
But
Wonderful.
We still see you here.
We do. Thank you so much. And look, Elizabeth Colvin, a current BCRC board member, has also given at that level. Elizabeth, your time and talent and treasure are so appreciated. Oh my goodness.
And I've been keeping track here. So
yes.
If you see me not looking at the camera, I am looking at the monitor right now. And we have Allison Rafalovich, thank you.
And Allison is also a current BCRC board member. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Allison.
And Paula Harmon.
Oh, our friend Paula, a former BCRC board member, a former Art Bra Austin model. You might remember her from being a cover model in 2019 and also being Elvis on the runway one year. She's quite amazing.
Oh, she was
fun, wasn't she?
She was really good.
Right, so Paula, thank you so much.
And you know what? At this level, we also had Carol Willingham at $2,000.
Oh, that's amazing. Carol, thank you. Carol has been a longtime supporter and BCRC staffer off and on through many years. So thank you, Carol.
We like all amounts, so we don't stick to the program.
Oh, absolutely not.
If you want to give $2,013 or something, we love all amounts.
That's right.
So
we'll put it all to good use.
Yes, we will. Moving on to our $1,000 gift level. Rayanne, can you tell us the many ways our community can help BCRC with a gift of $1,000?
Absolutely. You know, your gift of $1,000 enables us to provide recovery totes to clients who are undergoing surgery and chemotherapy.
Recovery totes. I'm intrigued. What are you putting in these wonderful totes?
Well, the totes are really important. They include comfort items like soft blankets, peppermints for nausea, and a hand sanitizer for clients undergoing chemotherapy. And for those preparing for surgery, their totes will have fluffy pillows, a healing comfort shirt, and a kangaroo belt to hold drains just to ease recovery.
Woo, Those totes, they are truly providing comfort at a time when BCRC's clients need it the most. That is wonderful. And are you ready for another announcement? All right, we have a very exciting match at this level. Board Chair Dr. Kent B. McCauley will be matching every gift at this level up to $10,000. Woo! Thank you, Dr. McCauley. Now, can we get at least 10 of you to meet this match tonight by giving at the $1,000 level? You will double the impact of your gift to help BCRC's clients receive the guidance and education they need. So go ahead, I'm excited for you to click that button at $1,000 now, and let's check in with our donations.
Great. Oh my goodness, look, Susanna Stinson, Gail Papermaster, Tammy and Kevin Benter, all board members for BCRC donating at that level. Thank you guys so much. And we have Catherine Reedy Sonnenberg, who also donated at that level. Thank you so much for your support.
All right, so that is 4, and I've been watching over here. Cheryl George is at $1,000. That's 5.
Amazing. Cheryl, thank you.
Sarah Martinez is at $1,000. That makes it number 6.
Oh, thank you so much, Sarah Martinez.
And up, Britt Garner, I like your number, $1,250. We like that number too.
We love Britt. Thank you, Britt.
Thank you so much. And remember, as you're thinking about, oh, look here. Let's see, I'm so excited. 7. All right, Debbie Brannon at $1,000. Thank you, Debbie. So that's 8. That's 8. Number 9 is Tim Sanchez at $1,000.
Oh, thanks, Tim. You're amazing. You're wonderful.
So we need one more gift at $1,000, and think of it this way. Your gift that you're going to give right now, it's going to be with you always. And those you help, you may never meet them, but they will be so grateful for what you are about to do. So just go ahead. You want to do it anyway. Just click that button at $1,000. I'm going to be watching this monitor, but we're going to move on to the $500 level. And this is going to be our last level that we call out this evening. Rayanne, would you please share how $500 can impact BCRC and the lives of its clients?
Absolutely. So, you know, transitioning from active treatment to life after treatment can be really difficult. A gift of $500 allows 20 clients to attend our After Breast Cancer 6-week course.
I am so happy about the 6 weeks course. But tell me more about this After Breast Cancer course.
So finding your next normal can be challenging after breast cancer. So this class uses subject matter experts to address common concerns like exercise, nutrition, chemo brain, and sexual health, all questions survivors may have after treatment.
This is definitely a much needed course for those transitioning to their next normal, but I've got to check in with the donations because we have some overachievers watching. Do you know that?
Yes.
I asked for 10, but we got more. So we have Kelly Zimbelman at $1,000.
Kelly, thank you. An Art Bra artist.
Donating. Oh, wait till you see. Wait, you just wait. That's all I can say. And Dr. Christine Fisher.
Dr. Fisher.
Yay!
Achiever.
Another. We love her, yes. And that number was $1,234.
Right.
Thank you so much, Dr. Fisher. We so appreciate. So we met that match.
Absolutely. That's amazing.
Hey, if you still want to give $1,000, you just keep giving. So at $500, you have some more people to thank.
We do. Oh my gosh. Barbara Formicelli, former BCRC staffer who lives in Minnesota. Thank you so much, Barbara. You're amazing. Oh, Norma Jean Chappa, current board member and the chair of our creative design team for Art Bra. on all the amazing things you're going to see soon, donate at that level. So thank you, Norma, for serving BCRC and its clients in all the many ways you do.
I have worked, I think, all those 8 years with Norma Jean.
She's amazing.
She is truly amazing. Thank you for stepping up in so many ways and being a board member. And at $500, let's see, Susan Shepard. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's great. Sue, thank you.
And Demetria Caston. Yes.
Oh, Demetria.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Demetria. And Dr. Meg Moore, Meg, thank you. So kind of you to donate. Thank you so much.
So just in this little bit while we've been here and watching these numbers come in, so far we have raised $71,454.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that exciting? You know, opportunities are presented to us every day to do good and to be the change we want to see in the world. So that opportunity is before you right now. Tap the donate button. Our goal tonight is for 100% participation from all of you. So if we didn't mention an amount that fits you, please consider a gift that feels right. And we are getting gifts in at all different levels. Every gift collected tonight will make a difference in the lives of the more than 1,200 clients the BCRC serves annually. Now we're going to keep checking in on those donations throughout the show. Your job right now is to keep on donating. So use the information you see below.
Yes.
All right? Now, it's runway time. Woo! We are debuting our first collection, Dystopia, designed by Crystal Maguki and presented by our generous sponsors, David and Sue Shepard, who was BCRC's recent board chair. Thank you, David and Sue. When asked what inspired her collection, Crystal said, "I love all things sci-fi. These stories are, at their core, stories of people overcoming immeasurable odds, rising up and fighting for their life. The women of this collection and of BCRC embody this spirit."
cool. I can't even stand it. I love the post-apocalyptic feel. And you know what it makes me think? Furiosa has nothing on these women. Charlize Theron can eat her heart out. I mean, didn't those models look so powerful?
They really did. It's gonna make me go home and practice my power poses.
Oh my God, yes.
But just a reminder, these bras are all for sale in our auction. So get to bidding, do a power pose while you're bidding. If you want to support these ladies and take one of these home. So Juliet, let's not keep the people waiting. Should we show the next collection?
Oh, absolutely, we should. Our next collection is H2O. And
Wait a minute, I gotta say that together. That's H2O.
Like, so nice to meet you. This is sponsored by the Tribe designer, Heidi. This is sponsored by the Tribe. Designer Heidi Ivy produced the collection. And this is really about highlighting the healing properties of water and to present the transformative nature of surviving breast cancer. So you'll see, upon entering the water, each model overcomes an initial sensation of fear to find a sense of steadiness. And she comes to trust that she has the breath within her to survive.
did they get those beautiful shots underwater? I want to know. That was H2O. Amazing. They really look like water goddesses. And did you see that Kendra Scott bra?
I mean, talk about stunning. That bra is incredible. You know, Gail, they were so graceful and beautiful underwater. I started to think, can they breathe under there? They look so relaxed. I mean, oh, what a wonderful, wonderful job, ladies. Just incredible.
So folks, get to bidding on those bras. You don't have to swim underwater or do anything like they did, because these are going to go fast. So next, we have the collection, She Can't Be Tamed, designed by Norma Jean Chapa and Crystal Maguki, and presented by Austin Plastic and Reconstructive Surgery. When asked what inspired this collection, Norma Jean said, "Horses teach us confidence, trust, and unconditional love." She wanted the models to feel the spirit of the horses, the wild and free feeling of not letting life's challenges win. She also wanted to capture the freedom we borrow when we ride with the horse, because when you feel it, nothing can tame your spirit.
There's no one on earth that looks like you. You're one of a kind, through and through. And you're beautiful the way you are. You shine so bright, just like the sun shining down on everyone. And you're beautiful the way you are. 'Cause girl, you're like a shooting star, and I'm making wishes to be right where you are. And I'm saying, ooh, girl, I'm crazy about you. I can't get enough of you. Every little thing that you do has got me coming unglued. I wanna spend all of my time, girl, just trying to make you smile, so the whole world can see your glow. 'Cause baby, you're beautiful. How do you do the things that you do? I'm just so wrapped up in loving you. And you're beautiful the way you are. 'Cause girl, you're like a shooting star, and I'm making wishes to be right where you are. And I'm saying, ooh, girl, I'm crazy about you. I can't get enough of you. Every little thing that you do has got me coming unglued. I wanna spend all
Oh, God, that was so gorgeous. And those animals are so majestic and they're such an ethereal, beautiful quality. Tell me something, Gail. Have we ever had horses on the runway before?
Absolutely no. No. And especially not one that winks at you.
Wasn't that incredible?
He was winking at you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Her reaction was amazing. I just love that.
Yeah, so this is definitely an art bra first. So go ahead and bid on these looks now. And I want to take a quick break to acknowledge some gifts that have come in. Dr. Sherry Lamar Nyman at $1,000. Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
We have, yes.
So generous.
Maysoon and Butch L has so at $500. Thank you for your gift. And we're getting gifts at all different levels here. So if you're not sure what level of gift you want to give, let me make it easy. Why don't you pick your birthday, an anniversary, maybe it's your child's birthday, or if you don't know what to use my birthday, and that's 8/13. Just 8/13, that it'll go in there for a donation.
That's good. You're keeping it simple.
I'm keeping it simple.
I love that. Well, okay, so should we not keep them waiting anymore, Gail? What do you say we move on to our next collection?
Let's go.
All right, our next collection is Never Defeated, designed by Norma Jean Chapa and sponsored by the Linda P. Acosta Foundation. Now, when asked what inspired the look of this collection, Norma Jean said, "A warrior woman is a lover of life and a protector, and a warrior digs deep within herself to fight for what matters most to her." She was inspired by this warrior spirit within us all, as well as our determination to never be defeated.
Wow, what a perfect blend of strength and beauty. Very symbolic of these women and their breast cancer experience. You know what? As they were walking by, I could hear them say, "I am not defeated."
Oh my God.
Did you hear that too?
Oh, I did.
Yep, I heard
did.
it.
It was, yeah, I mean, and that's really the perfect way to describe it. And you know what else? I just realized I definitely need a sword and maybe a spear too. But I'll tell you what, if I ever have to go into battle, those are the ladies I want right next to me.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sword, those ladies, battle, we're fierce. We're moving on to our final collection. But don't go anywhere, because after this collection, we will be coming to you with a live runway show as 6 models walk our in-studio runway. But before we get there, let's see the Met, designed by Jesse Young and sponsored by Modern Women's Health. The Met was inspired by the over-the-top looks of previous Met galas, much like the priceless works of art that grace the wall of the Met. These women are one of a kind. They are beautiful, romantic, sexy, and timeless, enduring so much while still maintaining their beauty, and maybe even more beautiful because all they endure.
I would say so.
You can try to reach me, but I'm obsessed and I'm a freak, so honestly, I think it's so easy. It's easy. I'm losing my patience. When is my vacation? Gotta get out.
Call me, text me, you can try to reach me, but it ain't easy. I'm obsessed and I'm a freak, so be it. Lonely, honestly, I dig it so easy. It's easy. Last time I tried picking up the pieces, listen to your reasons. I don't know why. I don't even feel it, don't know what is real yet. Something tells me this is not my scene. Couldn't tell you what that even means. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't what I wanted. listen to your reasons. I don't know why. I don't even feel it. Don't know what is real yet. Something tells me this is not my scene. Couldn't tell you what that even means. This isn't what I wanted. 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 3 days, 4 nights. Haven't gone to sleep yet. Think I need a reset. Feel like I might die. You won't let me forget. Calling me a regret. Something tells me this is not my scene. Bring me to mommy. Dime de mami. Vente y quiero aquí. Aquí, aquí. Bring me to mommy. Dime de mami. Vente y quiero aquí. Aquí,
Oh my God, so glamorous. Just, incredible. I was thinking, those ladies just look, I mean, they just look fierce. I think that's it. They're fierce. There's not another word for it.
You're right. Fierce is a perfect word, and I think it's the only word to describe all of the models tonight. Remember, those bras and the live runway bras we are about to see are available now in our online auction. We're going to have all the models do a runway walk first, and then we'll get to selling these beautiful bras. So while they're walking, you can start bidding. So let's keep this show going with something I am so excited about, our live runway. Woo! And our live runway is sponsored by ARA Diagnostic Imaging.
Gail, I am so ready for this. So let's pump up the energy and showcase these amazing live auction models.
Kicking off our live runway is our headliner, Shauna Martin, wearing Tree of Life, designed by Norma Jean Chapa and Crystal Maguki. Shauna turned to the Breast Cancer Resource Center when she was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer in 2005. She helped co-found the Pink Ribbon Cowgirls, Art Bra Austin, and Texas Mammograms as one of Art Bra Austin's very first models in 2008. Today she walks the runway after being re-diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer in 2017.
Let's welcome Lindsay Artis, wearing Challenge Accepted by Jessie Young. Lindsay is an introvert by nature, so deciding to model for Art Bra in 2019 was really stepping out of her comfort zone. A big part of that was volunteering to do Art Bra Austin and putting herself out there for the whole world to see. Since being diagnosed at age 30, Lindsay has learned to harness her fear and anxiety and put that energy to good use.
Next is, yes, you can clap. Yes, yes, of course. That's why it's live TV. You get to do these kinds of things. Yes. So next is Leah Rose Duncan wearing Gold Goddess by Leah Lucas of Kendra Scott. Leah has become a powerful advocate of self-examinations and in 2019 took part in her first art bra. Leah looks forward to a healthy future. It's going to be full of her passions, which include cooking and working out. Her advice to anyone facing their own challenges: in all the bad, ugly, and fearful, there is a purpose. Find it. A positive attitude is half the battle.
Now we've got Shauna Voigt wearing Los Colores de la Vida by Diane Sonnenberg and Monica Meadows. Shauna is a 3-year breast cancer survivor who played Eye of the Tiger every morning before treatment and went to her appointments wearing pink boxing gloves and bright lipstick. Shauna says, "I put one foot in front of the other every minute of the day. I had cancer. Cancer did not have me." Shauna wants to assure others that there is light and beauty in the darkness.
Up next is Danielle Weatherford wearing the Honorable Surrender by Crystal Maguki. Danielle says the most valuable thing she got from BCRC was not feeling alone and the sisterhood she is now a part of thanks to BCRC. She loves showing people her warrior inside and inspiring, encouraging, and empowering others. She says if she can be a conduit, a voice, and a champion for BCRC, she will shout loud and proud.
Finally, we have Andrea Gutierrez wearing Blessings Through Raindrops by Kelly Zimbelman. Breast cancer had affected many of the women in Andrea's family, so she almost expected it to affect her eventually, but she never expected it to happen so soon at age 30. Through all of the services provided by BCRC, Andrea has come to see so many other patients as a part of a sisterhood, knowing she always has somewhere to turn when she needs support. Oh, so beautiful.
Oh. Okay, Juliet, I think it's time we sell some bras.
Yes, I think it is. So take it away, Gail.
Now, things will look a little different this year. We will not be closing out these bras live, and we're going to move that screen up a little bit more. There we go. We're not going to be selling these bras live on stage. Instead, all of these bras will stay open until 9 p.m. So get your bids in before they close. All right, let's get going with Shauna Martin. Please come back out here wearing Tree of Life, auction item number 1. The current bid on this bra, well, we're waiting for you to bid. How's that? So what we're gonna do is take a closer look at this exquisite bustier made of thermoplastic that is perfectly molded to Shauna's frame. It's in a strong yet fluid design. The artist gracefully draped the material across the chest and hips, and it's into a delicate sash-like finish. Beautifully adorned, those are Swarovski crystals across the chest. It is laced together with shimmering satin ribbon in the back. The wings, take a look at those wings, which symbolize the majestic branches of the tree. They're illuminated to represent the springing forth of new life. And to see this bra in person, it is stunning. It is stunning. And that is just, the photos did a great job and they made them look so beautiful. but when you see the sparkles and the glitter and just how, I mean, I would wear that. That is something that is just incredible. So just like the tree of life, Shauna's resilience and strength comes from within. So this is something that, whatever the circumstances, the services at BCRC are provided free of charge to anyone affected by breast cancer, regardless of income, ethnicity, level of education, sexual orientation, or social support. I know you're going to want to get those bids in on this before 9 o'clock. Next, we have model Lindsay Artis wearing Challenge Accepted. This is part of the Dystopia collection. It's auction item number 2. Taking more than a year for the artist and her husband to complete. A year! This avant-garde masterpiece was constructed using a cotton corset base with stained basswood and maplewood veneer. The geometric sculpture that extends above the shoulder symbolizes the strength of the women who rise up to meet and overcome every challenge presented to them. This may be, I think, one of the most unique bras to ever grace our runway. And our Lindsay is the perfect model to showcase this creation. And again, seeing these bras under the different lighting, they're simply stunning. There's help, there's hope. There's BCRC is still here. It's 26 years. That's the Breast Cancer Resource Center. And this bra is currently sold. Thank you so much to Dr. Amy Buchanan. We so appreciate your support of our models. Next, we have veteran Art Bra Austin model Leah Rose Duncan wearing our Kendra Scott bra Gold Goddess, part of H2O. That's auction item number 3. Jewelry designer Leah Lucas has created another one-of-a-kind, must-have art bra piece. Leah was inspired by her desire for the woman wearing it to feel confident and beautiful, and Leah, you are proving that. Custom-cut stones of abalone, opal, and aquamarine were carefully joined together using handcrafted gold rings and chains to form the cups of the bra. Now, to add movement to the design, she attached gold tassels around the bottom for a flowing water-like effect. This is model Leah's second time wearing a Kendra Scott design. Absolutely stunning once again, Leah. And friends, can you believe this? That this amazing bra has already sold. Thank you, Dr. Christine Fisher of Austin Plastic and Reconstructive Surgery. You are a true advocate for your patients and BCRC's clients. Now, let's welcome Shauna Voigt wearing Las Colores de la Vida, or the Colors of Life. Part of the She Can't Be Tamed collection, this is auction item number 4. The current bid on this bra is at $3,500. That's Dr. Christine Fisher as the top bidder right now, and inspired by the traditional Mexican Talavera tile. This labor of love took almost 100 hours to complete. Wow! So the artist envisioned a design full of color that would make a model feel beautiful, and reflecting the heart and soul of our resilient model. Each piece of glass of this vibrant art bustier was hand cut, and it was created using fused glass techniques. Is Dr. Fisher going to be there all alone bidding? Come on, folks, I know this would look amazing. Let me tell you a little bit more. This is the Millefori from the beautiful island of Murano, Italy. And this is an integral element as well as a tiny heart of gold. It's hand cut, 24 karat gold Venetian tile. It's hidden in the design. Fabric paints and trim by costume designer Yaha An were hand stitched into the bustier. This art bra is truly a work of art worthy of display in the world's top museums. And one thing you can know is that while the world is most uncertain, the one thing is certain: the Breast Cancer Resource Center will continue to do the work to make sure no one faces breast cancer alone. Remember, you have until 9 p.m. to keep bidding. Next up, we have veteran model Danielle Weatherford wearing the Honorable Surrender. This is part of the Never Defeated collection. This is auction item number 5, and we are waiting for you to start bidding on this amazing bra. Now, the artist's inspiration for this design was seeing the courage displayed by BCRC's clients who bravely decide how they choose to live and understand that surrendering to what is honorable. The honorable thing would be to start bidding. Thank you. We have a $1,000 bid from Heidi Ivy. Thank you so much, Heidi. And let's look. Yes, thank you. This custom designed corset of white silk, it's pierced with gold leaf arrows projecting from front to back. The blood red beading creates the illusion of wounds sustained during battle. The white feathers adorning the shoulder and waist represent the ability of BCRC's clients to fly above any battles and never be defeated. You know, and when you think about our patient navigators, they're all survivors themselves. They understand breast cancer in a way only someone who's been there can. They understood Danielle. Danielle, you're the definition of strength. Right now, the high bid is at $1,000. Would anyone go up to $1,200? You can do it. You know you want this, so get those bids in before 9 p.m. Finally, let's welcome first-year model Andrea Gutierrez wearing Blessings Through Raindrops. This is part of the Met collection. It's auction item number 6. The current bid on this bra is $1,600 by Dr. Christine Fisher. Like a field of flowers that springs to life after the rain, the artist's design captures this beauty perfectly. Those are Swarovski crystals and Czechoslovakian bugle beads. Now, these were precisely placed to create the intricate yet individual beaded floral designs. The polychromatic design extends across the shoulder straps, and the glamorous look, it's finished with strings of crystal. Those are beads brushing against Andrea's midriff. Andrea, you look like you could definitely walk the red carpet at the Met with this. There is no reason why you couldn't. And when you think about it, as Andrea knows also, you don't have to choose between paying the light bill and picking up your prescription when you call BCRC. We understand the cost of getting breast cancer. Your donations, your bidding is what's helping to make all this possible. I'm watching the monitor. I'm seeing the bids coming in. Dr. Jukes, thank you for starting that bidding at $1,000. We then took it to Dr. Fisher, Dr. Jukes, Dr. Fisher. Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Dr. Jukes or Dr. Fisher? We will know at 9 p.m. And a reminder that all these bras will close at 9 p.m. So you keep bidding. You could still win your favorite bra. This concludes our live runway. Wasn't that absolutely amazing? I would like to welcome Rayanne back to the stage, and let's check in. Yes, we have, to see if we've gotten any additional donations during all of this. So I'm going to start with Nancy Marquez.
Dr. Marquez.
$2,000.
Yes, amazing.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And okay, we're going to all kinds of spreadsheets now. Wow, we got so many of them coming up here. We also have Austin Hankins at $500.
Oh man, thank you, Austin.
And Sangeetha Kaluri.
Dr. Kaluri. Thank you, Dr. Kaluri, for your generous gift.
Thank you. And Anna Klepper.
Anna, I don't know you, but we're so grateful.
Wait a minute. We have Justin McHugh. I like these numbers.
Justin.
$1,111. That must be a special number for you, Justin. Thank you so much. So that total, look at that
it's
already.
Amazing, yes.
$78,575. Do you want to give this one too?
I think so. That's amazing.
Okay.
Go Gail.
Okay, well, okay. So we have sponsorships, the model fundraising, gifts that were made offline, night of. So far, and we have not closed this out yet, we are at $414,747.
It's amazing. Oh my gosh, I am so blown away by your generosity tonight. Thank you. Even though we're not in person together, you still gave from your hearts, and that means the world to all of us at BCRC. So thank you to everyone who joined us this evening and gave so generously to our mission. You are ensuring that the Breast Cancer Resource Center can continue to provide help, hope, here. You make it possible for us to do what we do for so many in our community, so we thank you. And before we depart, we have one final important message from Texas Oncology and Dr. Moya Griffin.
Hello, I'm Dr. Moya Griffin, a breast surgeon at Texas Breast Specialists here in Austin. And I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did. I've been involved with the BCRC for many years, serving on the organization's Medical Advisory Committee, and I've seen firsthand the impact they have on the local breast cancer community. It's always a pleasure attending and supporting their numerous events, such as Art Bra Austin. The BCRC's mission to provide hope and resources to those impacted by breast cancer make them a wonderful community collaborator for Texas Oncology. I'm grateful for the opportunity to care for breast cancer patients, and I'm inspired by their resilience and courage. Breast cancer patients deserve a network of advocates that includes their care teams, family, friends, and community supporters who all play important roles in their cancer journeys. We hope you leave tonight feeling engaged with your community, supported, and inspired in the fight against breast cancer. We want to thank all of the attendees, sponsors, and participants who helped bring this event to life and for championing the BCRC's impactful work. We continue to celebrate and honor those impacted by breast cancer, and we look forward to seeing you all in person back on the runway in 2022. That's a wrap. Have a great night, everyone.